Now we're going to learn about how to program the robot to stop at a line using the color sensor. This is pretty similar to stopping at a wall, but there are some differences, mainly the different sensor that we're using. So now that we've made a new program, we need to drag in a movement block. We're going to set our robot to move forward. Then we're going to put in a weight block and change our weight block to be the color sensor. And then we go to compare, reflected light intensity. And then we need to bring in an additional move block so we can set the robot to stop. So now our program says it's going to move forward until it sees something with the color sensor and then it's going to stop. From here, we need to get the value from the color sensor for our line and the floor, which in our case is carpet. First thing we do is open up the menu for the robot. The screen here is what usually appears. Then, using the sideways buttons, I want you to navigate to the menu that looks like 6 blobs. You should be highlighting an option in that menu called Port View. I want you to enter the Port View menu. From here, I want you then to use the sideways buttons to navigate to the option of the color sensor, which is indicated by col reflect. It is a percentage number called the reflected light intensity. This is how our robot sees colors. To find what numbers the white line and the dark carpet are represented as, we can move our robot's color sensor on top of them, as shown. For the white tape, we get a value of 37, while for the dark carpet, we get a value of 1. A number between these two is 20, so from here we can broadly say that any color less than 20 is the carpet, and any color greater than 20 is the line. We can now modify the weight block in our program to use this number. As we want our robot to stop when it sees the white line, we need to change our weight block so it'll tell it to stop when it sees something greater than 20 with the color sensor. We can now run the robot and see that it does indeed stop when it sees the white line. From here, we can make our program more complex by instead making the robot turn around when it sees the white line. This is quite a simple change. All we do is we go into our move block and we change it to on rotations and set it to turn some amount. When we test it again, we can see what the robot does when it gets to the line, which is turn around. We can further extend on this by trying to get the robot to escape from the box. By repeating this motion of going forward and turning around when we see the line, we can try and get this robot to escape. This is quite simple to do programmatically by just putting it in a loop. And then by running it, we can see the robot just continuing to repeat this pattern. You can see this takes quite a while sometimes, but in the end it does escape.